The evolution of police officers in America, from 1776 to today. Imagine a time when there were no police officers patrolling the streets. In 1776, law enforcement looked nothing like it does today. But as society grew, so did the need for organized protection, and the concept of policing was born. 1. Early colonial law and night watchmen, 1600s, 1776. Before there was a United States, early American colonies relied on British methods of maintaining law and order. Local watchmen, often volunteers, were tasked with keeping the peace, patrolling streets with lanterns, and catching petty thieves. These night watchmen worked without pay, often untrained, and were supervised by local sheriffs who managed arrests and responded to crime. Law enforcement at this time was minimal and informal, with the main priority of keeping the peace in small, tight-knit communities. 2. The birth of organized policing, 1830s, 1860s. As America's cities grew in the 1800s, so did the need for structured law enforcement. In 1838, Boston became the first city to establish a publicly funded police department, setting the foundation for modern policing. New York City followed in 1845, creating one of the largest organized police forces of the time. This shift from volunteers to full-time salaried officers reflected a new priority, creating consistent law enforcement in America's booming urban areas. The model spread, and by the end of the 19th century, police departments were becoming standard in cities across the country. 3. The Civil War and Reconstruction era, 1860s, 1890s. The Civil War brought about new challenges, as cities experienced increasing unrest and political tensions. During the Reconstruction period, police found themselves on the front lines of maintaining public order, handling labor strikes, and responding to growing racial and economic divisions. Law enforcement was no longer just about preventing crime. It had become an essential part of managing civil unrest. This era marked the beginning of a more complex relationship between police and communities as they grappled with both crime and the realities of a nation in recovery. 4. Policing and Prohibition, 1920s, 1930s. The 1920s introduced a whole new wave of challenges for law enforcement. With the passage of Prohibition, the sale and distribution of alcohol became illegal, fueling the rise of organized crime. Gangsters like Al Capone capitalized on Prohibition, building criminal empires that stretched across cities. Police departments adapted to this new threat, forming specialized units and adopting investigative techniques, like fingerprinting, to keep up with rising crime. Prohibition not only escalated police responsibilities, but also permanently altered the way law enforcement approached organized crime. 5. The Civil Rights Era and Police Militarization, 1950s, 1970s. In the 1950s and 60s, America faced a powerful push for civil rights. Protests and demonstrations swept the country, calling for racial equality and social justice. Police found themselves at the center of these movements, often tasked with controlling demonstrations, sometimes through violent means. This era sparked the beginning of police militarization, as departments used riot shields, tear gas, and other equipment to manage large-scale protests. With rising tensions and complex social demands, policing took on a new dimension, balancing enforcement with an increasingly vocal public. 6. The War on Drugs and Rise of SWAT Teams, 1980s, 1990s. The 1980s marked the start of a new era with the war on drugs. Driven by escalating drug use and trafficking, the federal government poured resources into anti-drug enforcement, and police departments followed suit. SWAT teams, or Special Weapons and Tactics Units, became more common, taking on dangerous, high-stakes operations. Armed with military-grade equipment, police adapted their methods to address a rising wave of crime. While this new approach increased police resources and presence, it also sparked debates over the impact of militarization on community relationships. 7. Community policing and technological advancements, 1990s, 2000s. By the 1990s, a new concept known as community policing emerged, emphasizing trust building between police officers and the communities they served. Officers began engaging directly with residents, focusing on the root causes of crime, and using proactive approaches to create safer neighborhoods. At the same time, technology rapidly advanced, transforming policing. Computer databases, in-car computers, and body cameras became standard tools, helping officers respond more effectively while providing new levels of transparency and accountability. 8. Modern policing, body cameras, accountability, and social media, 2010s, present. In recent years, law enforcement has been shaped by technology and public expectations of transparency. Body cameras have become commonplace, giving the public insight into police activities and increasing officer accountability. Social media has amplified this visibility, as videos of police encounters now spread widely, shaping public opinion and fueling calls for reform. Police departments today are not only enforcers, but public figures, navigating a world where every action can be recorded and scrutinized. 9. Challenges and the future of policing. As we look to the future, police face the challenge of balancing tradition with the need for reform. Emerging technology, like AI and predictive analytics, offers new possibilities for crime prevention, while mental health training programs help officers respond to complex social issues. Today, the role of police continues to evolve as they adapt to a world that's more connected, more complex, and constantly changing. The future of policing may depend on finding ways to keep communities safe while building trust in a diverse, ever-changing society. From colonial night watchmen to today's police forces, the evolution of law enforcement in America reflects the growth and change of the nation itself. Through each era, police have taken on new responsibilities, adapted to new challenges, and navigated the delicate balance of protecting communities while serving the public. As society continues to evolve, so too will the men and women in blue, carrying forward a legacy as complex and diverse as the country they serve.